All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So this is a viewer request, and I'll be honest, I've been seeing a little bit more noise about IDEX than normal. I mean, the volume alone has been pretty crazy. I really don't understand why, and I really hope you're using these moving averages to know, oh my goodness, stay away from this bad boy, right? So we'll get into the details shortly, but yeah, I will be honest, I'm glad someone asked about this because I actually have been, I don't know why, seeing and hearing a little bit more about this. So real quick, before we get more into the details, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We're going to take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how this thing is setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. This is not a stock I covered that much. Honestly, I will draw some horizontal support and resistance lines, and then when we are done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. I'm really sorry. I do my best to not be biased, right? Like, it's hard. Like, I'm a human, right? But yeah, this is a rough chart for sure. So that's the only reason why I laughed. Okay, so I'm gonna apologize right there. Hey, if you can like, share, subscribe, comment, I really would appreciate that. But hey, just being here and giving me your time is super appreciated. Okay. Look, these are live trading hours. You'll see I'm going to get alerts as I make these. Alerts that I make are not immediate buy notifications, okay? And it's a good live example of that. But let's get into it, okay? And look, this is the first time I'm covering the stock, so one of the things I like to do is just zoom out and look at it. And really, okay, all right, interesting. So this stock definitely can do some silly things. Like I definitely see that. I definitely see that. I definitely see that. And really a little bit more of a nice sustained one right here. This is probably this and that one, the first one. These are probably the only sustained ones. And I do see that this itself is an actual uptrend, but that is crazy scary to ride for sure. You know what I mean? So overall, I'll say, yeah, I see that little line and then I see this little line, but generally speaking, this thing is under the moving averages. And if you watch my videos, you know I always say it. Bad things happen under the 8 and the 20. All right. And give or take, you can see this stock has pretty much been under the 8 and the 20 for a long time. Now, I see that this says technology sector, software applications. I don't know if this is supposed to be an AI play. Let me know in the comments if that is. You know I love AI stocks, all right? They've been bad the last couple days. I talked about taking profit. Like, it's not shaking my opinion of AI. If that's the reason why there's been a little bit more noise on that, I'd love to know just to keep this in the actual rotation. But look, as a standalone stock, all we're doing is trading under the 8 and the 20, right? Like this thing can't get over it. It can't get over it. Gets over once, can't confirm. Gets over a couple times, can't confirm. Gets over right here, can't confirm, and clearly fails. And let's be honest, these are not good. And that's definitely a day up, but that's not a good candle, right? Like you can see I have green open and green close. There are differences between good and bad, all right? There's good and bad. All right, there's actually good, bad, and then bad, right? So again, we're taking things a little deeper with our stack here. I always call this thing a deadly intermediate, and yeah, it really is. So overall, look, I'll tell you, maybe there's reason to believe that this thing could maybe come around 5 cents. Obviously, we've come down below the 8 moving average a bunch. Generally, the way it works is you fall pretty far away, then you kind of come close. Then you fall away, then you kind of come close. Then you fall away. Hey, maybe we do a kind of come close. Because, like, let's be honest, this RSI has been horrible, but it kind of looks like it's getting ready to either just flatten out and maybe not be as horrible, or hey, maybe even start curving. Today's an interesting buy day, actually. Beats this day, and clearly monster reversal so far, right? Like there were moments where it looked horribly scary, touching 3 cents today, right? So maybe there's a reason to believe this thing will go from 4 to 5. I really wish I had more decimals, don't get me wrong, but for real, this stock for a good while has been well below the 8 and the 20 pretty much since right here, since July of 2001. We're coming up on 2 years of horribly being under the 8 and the 20 and pretty much under the 50 as well, right? So I'm very much worried here. Let me know if I'm missing something. Like maybe there's news that I don't know. Let me know what, but obviously the volume's been bad, but nonetheless, the volume's been wild. And yeah, I've been seeing people talk about this, and it's been weird. I've actually seen people saying good things about it, and I'm looking at my chart like, what are you all talking about? And then just watching it keep going down, and people still saying good things, and what are you talking about? So please let me know if I'm missing something on this bad boy right here, okay? The next one I want to talk about is just kind of a quick recap on FRC, okay? So look, I made this video yesterday, and it doesn't take a lot of technical analysis to know a minus 46 day is horrible, all right? I got nothing special to tell you that this picture alone doesn't. What I really, really wanted to stress is what I talked about on yesterday's video. Look, this is a nice technical setup, all right? We break the 8 and the 20. We don't do quite a good confirmation, but we at least hold these lines. This day right here, you can see it does beat this day, right? To me, I was ready to sincerely believe this day was going. And, you know, I really wish I set an alert right here. Like, let me just know it goes up. I got this alert. I jumped in and I very much rode it, okay? I didn't ride it to here. I sold. I don't know what platform you use to move money. I don't use this platform to move money. You can see it says practice paper right there, okay? I use another thing, and one of the sell options is sell at close of market. And that's basically what I set up. I let this thing ride and I unloaded every single share. I held nothing because I knew after hours was going to be earnings. Listen, the risk reward to holding into earnings is just never worth it to me, especially when we're not in a bull market. All right. Like, look, I'm just going to quickly flash the DJ30. Sorry, that's a look here. I'm going to just quickly flash the DJ30. Okay, Dow Jones Industrial Average. All right, let's do it this way. I'm gonna go, oh my goodness, sorry about that. Oh, they changed this format, look at that. I'm gonna go to the monthly. Look, this is what a bull market looks like, all right? And if we were sitting in something that looks like this, yeah, it's probably going to be a lot easier to hold into earnings because let's be honest, all we're doing is going up, up, up for years and years and years and years and years and years and years, right? The last bit has been this horizontal thing. This is not bullish. This is not bearish. This is just horizontal. We'll leave it at that. This is scary to hold earnings into. Obviously, down is scary to hold earnings into, but horizontal is as well, all right? So it's important to know the market conditions that you're in. But in general, I'm telling you, going into earnings just generally scares me. Why? Because honestly, whatever good could have happened after hours, I can quickly jump in the morning and ride that thing. Because look, after hours on the down wasn't that bad. When I was making my video, like as the earnings were coming out, I quickly flashed after hours and we dropped from like that plus 12% to roughly 4%, okay? Signs of it being bad. That's generally what would have happened if it was good. Maybe you would have gotten a 10, 20% pop up, but then, you know, once the bell opens, you should theoretically get more. You know what I mean? So this really is just more, I never hold into earnings, and I think this is a good example of why. So just, you know, my personal just 2 cents on that one, okay? And then the last one I just want to talk about is MULN, all right? Look, MULN, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm not here to bash any stocks. I'm not here to like hate on anything. I've made good money on MULN, but every time you lose all-time lows, just get ready to lose a bunch of money, all right? And I've said it a couple times. Once we lose 10, get ready to hit 8. We wick it right here once. We've now kind of wicked it again. This 20 moving average line is just a pesky, pesky line. And actually what really scares me now is this 8 looks like it wants to keep going down. All right. And what seemed like hopes, because I got to zoom out for this a little bit. It's been a minute since we've been up here in the volume range, okay? And I think the hopes of believing that these 700 million days are back, I don't know if it's kind of going away. So just be really careful, and just in all sincerity, it's hard to even play this at 10 cents. Like the real money line here is 11. You got to get over 11 cents to probably consider MULN. And as it gets worse and worse, that number will change. But just be careful here, okay? I'm telling you, all-time lows all-time lows is the scariest black hole vortex, and you should never put your money in that. It is what it is. I would much rather wait for I'm not even saying wait for the bottom. Like, I'm not here bottom hunting. I'm here saying just wait for the down to turn up and start buying on the up. You know what I mean? So just, I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money. You know that. But yeah, I keep trying to ring the be careful bell on MULN. I keep kind of saying, like, nothing says the worst is over. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of seems like this wants to keep going down. It doesn't actually, like, this is definitely not going down as bad as it was, but it is still going down, right? There's still no curve happening. And yeah, there's some things to worry about. And again, 28 on the weekly is super low. We've been in the fives. We've been 14. We've been like for weeks on weeks on weeks, we've been under 28, right? So just be careful with MULN. So a little bit more of a different kind of video here, but hey, I appreciate your time so much. Thank you.